What up? The real MVPs here. What we're gonna go over is watermelon versus green pumpkin. What's the difference? If you're like me, you probably thought that they were the same, pretty much the same, a natural color. You don't have to think about, is it green pumpkin, is it watermelon? It don't really matter, it's natural. If you're like me, I had a tournament against some friends, and the water was muddy. The fish are pulling up to spawn. The water was, it's getting to temperature where they want to spawn. But like I said, the water was muddy. We just had a cold front that night. So we're flipping. And it seems to be that watermelon candy in muddy water was the color. And I'm throwing black and blue. And I'm throwing this and I'm throwing that. But it seemed to be watermelon candy was the color. So it had me thinking, watermelon is different than green pumpkin. I mean, I know, we all know, yes, that's automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes. Watermelon is different than green pumpkin, though. It just had me thinking in the differences in the two. It had me thinking why a watermelon candy was doing so much better than a green pumpkin or a June bug or a black and blue. So it just had me wondering why. What is the difference? What is the difference in that watermelon candy? And I think I have a few ideas of what it is. Here's how the tournament went down. We get out there, and something told me it was going to be a flipping bite from the cold front the night before. It always slows down when we have cold fronts. But I was the co-angler. I'm not a main boater. Can't make a lot of decisions that you want to make. So you kind of have to go with the flow. So what we did was we flipped a little bit, caught some on some brush, and then after we started figuring out where they were, what they wanted, stuff like that, it really started getting specific because I was throwing weightless. And I was throwing weightless lizards, right? But it seemed to be, now even though I was in the back of the boat, you're getting all the junk spots in the back of the boat. This dude in the front has already hit everything you wanted to hit. Now you're just hoping that he missed something. Okay, I understand that. Okay. But it just seemed to be something was off. Something was off. Something, as an angler, something is not right. So I'm throwing weightless lizards. And he's throwing a baby brush hog on a 1/8 weight Texas rig. I'm like, what are you doing different? What's the difference? And it don't make no sense why they weren't biting weightless baits. It doesn't make any sense to me. But then, like I said, it just gets real specific at times. So the 1/8, okay, cool. What color are you throwing? Watermelon candy. So then I start throwing watermelon. Still weightless. Nothing. Like, damn, man, okay, so now I gotta put the weight on because now I'm feeling like that's the difference. The weight is the difference. It gotta be that weight. Put the weight on, still nothing. So now I start trying June bug because the water's muddy, Something's not working with the watermelon. So now let's try June bug. Still nothing. Still nothing. So I swim jig, I top water, I spinnerbait, I flip plastics, I throw a jig, I do a little bit of everything. Nothing. I'm like, man, what is the difference? So then we pull up in the pocket, and he catches a few more fish, and like, now he's the only one catching the fish at this point in the day. So now my wheels are turning. It's like, what is he doing that's different? Because, you know, I got the weightless plastics, but what it was he had a baby brush hog in watermelon candy. Now, the difference was the candy. I believe the difference was the candy. You could throw a regular watermelon all day, not get bit. You could go out there, throw Junebug or throw black and blue and not get bit. But you can go out there and throw watermelon candy and get bit. Now, I'm not saying none of the other colors will work, but being in the back of the boat as a co-angler is like, why is this not working, you know? So then it had me thinking. Watermelon and green pumpkin are not the same. Alright, so here we go. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a watermelon and a green pumpkin inside of clear water. And I want you to see. We got green pumpkin, we got watermelon. You would think these two would be similar, close to the same, but I want you to watch what happens when we put these in water. You see this bait right here? This bait is glowing. Now, it's not glowing in the sense of producing light or illuminating, but it almost has this glow about it when it enters the water. Versus green pumpkin, which is very, very natural, a brown, just very natural color. So, you see the difference. This one is almost glowing. And this is a part of my theory. This is where my theory starts to come in at. Right here. I want you to pay close attention to how these baits are colored in the water. Now, I am going to drop a black and blue in here. And now you see how this, I'm going to take this out. And now we have black and blue compared to watermelon, if you can see that. So that's black and blue with the watermelon. Now, let's go. Black and blue and green pumpkin. As you can see, these are very, 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 they're still similar, they're still natural. But when you add this watermelon in there, look at what it does. It almost just has this glow about it. It almost just has like a glow about it. So this is where the difference in these colors, this is where my mind popped. This is where everything started coming in together. So if you look at these two, very natural in the water. Even though this is black and blue, it's still natural. It's still natural. It's still a silhouette of something. You know, it's still a dark color. It's not vibrant. It's not popping. You know, it's still natural in the water. As you can see. Now we're going to do the same thing but in dirty water. So here is your green pumpkin in dirty water. And as you can see, that almost blends in to the water. You can't really see it, as you can tell. Now let's add the watermelon and see what happens. My theory. So, I'm gonna take this green pumpkin out real quick. Now look at this watermelon in the muddy water. It almost glows. It literally almost glows in dirty water. Like, you can still see it, even though it's a natural color. You can still see the bait. Now, if I put the green pumpkin right there against that, you see how it just almost blends into the water. You see the shine on this watermelon? It's lightly, but you can still see, like, this is just blended in. This right here, if you add some like glitter, some of that candy, that purple and that green, just imagine what this does underwater. Add the black and blue, and it just completely, you can see it. Like, you can see how well that black and blue shows up in the water. Anglers use black and blue in dirty water because you can see it. But let's just say black and blue isn't the deal. I'm going with this watermelon. In dirty water, I'm going with this watermelon. But you want to add some kind of flake to it. You want to add some kind of glitter or some kind of something to attract, you know, something else. It don't just go straight watermelon. And you can see how that glitter just kind of shines in the water. And that is why you go with that watermelon, that bright watermelon that's gonna pop, and then you throw a little glitter on there, and you can just see how that glitter shines and helps give that bait just something extra. Now here's watermelon red. As you can see, I would probably go, there's a reason why that watermelon candy was so good. It's that green and that purple. It's just that green and that purple has that shine and that muddy water to it. But here's watermelon red. Let's see. Here's watermelon red pearl. There's a June bug when you throw a June bug in there. Now you see the green on this June bug, how it just shines and how it just glimmers and gleams. Now if you add that on a watermelon, and then you add a little bit of that purple glitter, that watermelon candy, boy, I see why that color worked. Hopefully this opens your eyes too to some things, you know. Even my boater, he was like, black and blue and June bug's not the same. So let's see what happens when you go June bug and you go black and blue. But you see how this watermelon almost glows in this muddy water. Look at how this watermelon just glows in that muddy water. And then, let's say you add glitter with it. And now look at how that glitter shines in the muddy water. So, if you add the glitter with that water, or with that watermelon, just imagine. Just imagine that. So you got that. So here's a shot with the watermelon. Then you got watermelon blue right next to it. And then you got Junebug. So if you could just imagine that watermelon with that glitter. And then even add a little bit of purple, purple glitter or something like that to help attract it. That watermelon candy is just going to be crucial in that muddy water. Black and blue and watermelon. Look at how different, but look at how similar as well. Like that watermelon holds up against that black and blue. You see that? Like if you added glitter on that watermelon, look at how well this holds its own. Look at how well you can see that along that black and blue. The green pumpkin, and it almost disappears in the water. And that is the difference in green pumpkin and watermelon. You would say, yeah, it casts a silhouette. But if I'm going to go for a silhouette, why not just throw the black and blue? But let's say black and blue isn't the deal. That's when you put that green pumpkin on with some kind of glitter. Just look at how it glows in that muddy water. And what he was doing was chartreuse tipping the tail. So let's say you add some chartreuse dye, and now this really stands out in muddy water. But look how much more you can see it versus this. So guys, you got green pumpkin, watermelon, black and blue. Green pumpkin, watermelon, black and blue. Green pumpkin almost disappears in the muddy water. Watermelon almost kind of has this glow to it. Now it's not going to be as good as black and blue, but if you're looking for something finesse, more natural, something that's just going to kind of be, right on top of them whenever it gets there, that green pumpkin is hard to beat, or that watermelon is hard to beat with some kind of candy in it. So this is what I need you to do. Pay close attention. Close attention, because this will help you when picking colors while fishing. Okay. Clear water. Clear water. We're going to go green pumpkin and black and blue. In clear water. These are the colors we're going to pick. Green pumpkin and black and blue. As you can see, these are very natural colors. There's a lot of pros. Even if the water is clear, they will punch or flip mats, vegetation, and grass with black and blue. Just because it has that silhouette. It has, you see how much bolder it is compared to the green pumpkin. Put it like this. Clear water, sunny days. You can go with all of these. Okay? All of these will work on clear water and sunny days, as you can see. But the choice My choice would be green pumpkin and black and blue. But all of them will work on sunny days. As you can see, very natural colors. All of them are going to work on sunny days. I'm going with black and blue because you see how well the black and blue shines when you take the light away. It still has a silhouette. It still pops in the water. Now, on a cloudy day, that watermelon almost goes away, just like that green pumpkin does in the muddy water. So, on a cloudy day, in clear water, watermelon probably isn't your best bet. On a cloudy day, in clear water, your best bet would probably be black and blue. We got muddy water on a sunny day. What are we picking? Muddy water on a sunny day. I'm going to go with watermelon and some kind of glitter on it, and black and blue. Even a plain watermelon may work, but I would love for you to add that glitter on it. Just to have that extra. You see how that blue is just shining in the mud, shining in the water. Just something extra to help that watermelon pop would be good. So sunny days, muddy water, watermelon with some kind of glitter, and black and blue. On cloudy days, let's see what happens to that watermelon. That watermelon still holds pretty good. But you can't beat that black and blue in muddy water and cloudy days. It just shines way more. So if you're going to have muddy water on a cloudy day, my suggestion is black and blue. If you have muddy water on a clear day, black and blue, watermelon with some kind of glitter. If you have clear water on a sunny day, you can go with each and every one of them. But my options would be green pumpkin and black and blue. In clear water on a sunny day, green pumpkin and black and blue. Now, clear water on a cloudy day would be best suited for black and blue. You just see how much more it stands out. So any dark days, cloudy days, dark, cloudy, muddy, black and blue. If it's dark, any kind of way. If it's dark in the sky, if it's dark in the water, if it's dark anywhere, we're gonna go black and blue. You know, if it's dark in the sky, if it's dark in the water, if it's dark under the mats, under the vegetation that you're flipping, my best option for you is black and blue. But if you have sunny days in clear water, green pumpkin and black and blue, hard to beat, very natural colors. Sunny days in muddy water, watermelon, black and blue. Watermelon, some kind of glitter on it, and black and blue. But then you have cloudy days in muddy water, and I'm going black and blue. And it's that simple. It's in clear water on cloudy days, black and blue. On clear water in sunny days, black and blue and green pumpkin. In muddy water On sunny days, what you want to do is watermelon, black, and blue. Okay? Muddy water on cloudy days would be black and blue. You see what I'm saying? So some kind of watermelon with some kind of glitter in it is just as good in muddy water. A lot of people ain't gonna tell you that. A lot of people probably don't even know it. It blew my mind when I figured it out. It was just like a bell started. It was just like something started clicking. Like, just like, dude, why have you never thought about this?